Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me? Um, my name is Brian Boespflug. I graduated from the University of Montana in 1980 with a degree in business management and with Internal Revenue Service. I'll celebrate 30 years this year. I've served in a variety of capacities at IRS, and I've had a great career. But I started there in 1987. There's a gap of 7 years between the time I graduated in 1980 with a degree in business management and when I started with IRS in 1987, which has been my career for 30 years. A lot of you out there will have situations where you have a family business. Your parents or parent is a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, they own a lumber company, whatever. I came from a family like that. And it was unspoken. My grandfather did an entire career. My father did an entire career. My brother had started his. I had an uncle that did an entire career. And nobody ever said to me directly, we expect you to go into the family business. Nobody ever said that. It was just the unspoken rule. I mean, the expectation was one thing. I would go to college, I would finish, I would get a degree, probably in business, which I did. All was well and fine. I didn't give it much thought because I didn't need to. I had connections. I had my degree after 1980. And in February of 1981, I packed up and I moved to Portland. And I started February 1st of 1981. It was the beginning of the longest 2 years of my entire life. I was there 6 weeks, and I came to the quick realization, I am miserable. But I kept thinking, okay, I'll learn what I'm doing. I'll get the hang of this. I'll understand it, and I'll like it. Well, if you fundamentally dislike the industry, the job you're doing, the people you work with, no matter how much you learn about it, you're never going to be happy with it. I mean, there is just no way. And I spent 2 full years there. And I was grinding my teeth every day. This was in the old days when you could smoke at your desk, and I could smoke 2 packs in 8 hours. I was the most unhappy guy you ever met in all your life. You're that guy you see in the grocery store and you're glad you're not him. The bad part was I was summarily fired in November of 1982. Now, my grandfather's been a career there, my father, my brother. I was deeply embarrassed, as anybody would be. But at the end of the day, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I came back to Missoula with my tail between my legs. I didn't have residency anymore, so they wanted me to pay out-of-state tuition at the University of Montana. And I said, okay, well, I'll find something to do and regain my residency, and then maybe I can go to law school. I didn't have the grades for that. That was a pipe dream. But anyway, I sold cars for a couple of years. I learned a few things. I came back. I got my accounting degree. I sat for the CPA exam. I passed it. I got certified. I moved to IRS in 1987, and I have had a wonderful career. I've served in planning and special programs. I started as an agent, planning and special programs, appeals officer, hiring and recruitment development, just a whole variety of things. Training manager for 12 Western states. It's been great. I've loved every minute of it. Had they not fired me, I would still be sitting in that office in Portland, but I'd have to go outside and smoke. Fortunately, I gave up that bad habit 25 years ago. But you have to give some thought to what your life is going to be about. Don't think that you're going to have a preordained career. And that's what I had. The expectation was there. It was never spoken, but it was there. And I did it, but I never gave it any thought. I came to the quick realization. And thankfully, somebody in the organization was smart enough to fire me and do me the biggest favor of my life. So if you're thinking you're going to do something because there's an underlying expectation, make sure it's something you're going to be happy with, because otherwise it'd be a long, arduous career. So I haven't taken my 5 minutes, but I guess I have. See, I can't hardly tell time. So anyway, thank you for your time.